Namaste, I am Dr. Lakshman from Satya Ayurveda in Bangalore. Today, I would like to discuss about pediatric medicine, that is Bala Chikitsa through Ayurveda. Ayurveda is an ancient system of living and the way of life. Ayurveda basically derived from two words called Ayu Veda, that means science of life or the knowledge of life. Ayurveda emphasizes on 8 branches of medicine, which is Kaya, general medicine, Bhala, pediatrics, Graha, dermatology, or it can be considered as virology also, the present day concept, Urdhvanga, that is eye and ENT disorders, Shalya, surgery, Damshtra, toxicology, Jara, geriatric medicine, and Vrisha, which is called as rejuvenative or infertility therapy. The doctors who are specialists in all the 8 branches of Ayurveda are called Ashtanga Vaidyas. You might have come across Ashtavaidyan, Thaikatamus, these kind of words very familiarly when you go to an Ayurvedic doctor with the medical names. These terminologies represents the forefather or the tradition of them comes with the Ashtavaidyam, that means they are specialized in all the 8 branches of Ayurveda. Having a lineage and blessed with to have a guru from Bala Chikitsa, Mr. Gangadharan Nair, whom I underwent a specialist training in pediatric medicine, I would like to share few important things about the pediatric medicine. Though it is called as Bala Chikitsa, there is a special detailed explanation of postnatal, prenatal and an antenatal care. That means postnatal care. Obviously for the mother as well as for the child. It is called Jata Matra Karma. That means the child immediately after born, what are all the things which we have to do to develop the immunity in the child and how to take care of the child. The science was so developed that most of the disorders of the child has been covered in these topics. For example, today we all are aware of Swarna Bindu Prashna, that is Ayurvedic immunization medicine, which we give it on the Pushya Nakshatra day. But how many of them are aware that there are other medications, there are other things also which we need to give for the children for periodical immunization? Today I would like to share few inputs for the child care. Jatamatram Nishodya Ulba Balam Shaindava Sarpisha. That means as soon as the child is born, you have to remove the saliva or the mucus of the child. Present day they do it with the mucus sucker, but those days it has been said you have to do it with Balam Saindava Sarpisha. That means made from rock salt, Himalayan rock salt and ghee. You have to mix it in equal quantities, a minute dose, and you have to clean the mucus of the child. Prasuti kleshitam chanu balatailena sachet. Just because the child, most of the time, those days, the deliveries were very normal, unlike the present day where we do cesarean section. Due to the normal delivery, the child has to undergo the birth path, which will be very small, it has to come to the very small birth passage. Due to that, the child will be undergoing a lot of tremendous stress. To remove that stress, you have to apply Bala Tailam, that is an oil made out of Sida cardifolia root in the forehead of the child. Just little you have to apply it. That removes the stress of the birth canal the child has underwent during the delivery period. See, the instant, the thought of the people, of our acharyas, that means our ancient sages, was in such an extent that even the child, the stress which the child undergo during the birth, that also should not affect the health of the. So that was the emphasis given on this. The next thing is Adas Tasya Takshne Karne. What you have to do is then you have to take some pebbles, and that pebble has to be hit on the ears of the children. That means that is the first sound it is going to hear as soon as it comes out of the mother's womb. The child cry, yes, obviously the child will cry as soon as after the delivery, and first sound it has to be heard is the pebble sound. That's what it has been said in Shastras. and many people are trying it. Even for example, even I too have tried it for my kid. After that, we have to give the father of the child has to tell a mantra about the birth cycle of the child, explaining the birth cycle of the child to the child, the newborn child. That has to be uttered on the right ear. Ada tasya dakshine karne mantram ucharayet himam angat sambhavasi hridayadabi jayase atma vai putra namosi tvam jivam sharadam shatam shatayuhu shatavarshosi shatavarshadabi jivasi nakshatra diva aha surya chandra arka analadyaha tvam abhirakshatu. That means angat sambhavasi. You know, you have been formed out of part by parts from a undefined mass. The birds, you know, you come to a stage wherein the 5 birds, it's called panchapantaka avastha, 2 hands, 2 legs on the head appear, and like that part we have been formed part by part. Angat sambhavasi hridayadapi jayase. And when you become part by part, the heart get formed in your body. Atma vai putra namosi. And then the atma, that means the soul, entering into your body, which gives you mind and all the other things, which carries your indeed actions, karmas. Atma vai putra namosi tvam jivam sharadam shadam. After forming all these things, you have formed as a baby and you have come out. Let you live for 100 years. Tva jiva sharadam shadam. That means you live for 100 years free from diseases. Shatayuhu shatavarshyosi shatavarshas abhijivasi. Live for 100 years. You know, imagine blessing a child with good hands. Always, positive things makes us to have a good vibration. Imagine telling the child to live for 100 years with the father, none other than the father explaining the child about the birth and blessing the child. This is one of the best wish that anybody can give. And there is also one more saying. They say nakshatra diva ratri aha. That means day, night, the nakshatras, sun, moon, wind, fire, water, earth, all these panchamahabhutas, all these naturally things, let it protect you from all the disorders. See, the immunization comes from that part. Giving, we also used to say, convincing and talking to a person with a distress, with a stress or with a disease, makes him to get half cured rather giving any medicine. You need not want to give any medicine at all. Just console him with your nice words. That is a medicine for him. People needs just consoling words for getting the good medicine. The same way here, when you start telling this mantra and other things for the child becomes very active. And then harenu matram meda ayu balartham. So just harenu matram in a minute quantity for giving the intelligence, life and strength. You have to give the herbs like brahmi, vacha, aindri, sankapushpi and other medya dravyas which are good for memory. It is available as brahmi capsule these days from companies also, which can be taken, or brahmi ghritam. Along with that tapya patrenava. That means that there it has been mentioned that you have to rub all these herbs with a pomace, mild pebble stone with gold. Tapya means gold. So mildly you have to rub, and then that has to be just it should not be more than not even the size of an that uruddhal. Half of it may be liquid to the child for the immunity. And then you can give the swarna bindu prashana, whatever he has mentioned. But remember, there is no swarna bindu prashana will prevent you from disorders. Yes, obviously. But there are other immunization techniques which has to be done periodically based upon the time, and also the area where they live, to give the child perfect immunization. Something like when the child is born in a Jangla Desha. Jangla means the area wherein you have got lot of vata predominance, very hot, and other places. There you have to give something like shariba and other things for the child to get coolant and get prevented from the disorders out of sun. And in Anupadesha, wherein it's a cold place, you have to give which is little tulsi and other things and other herbs for the child. So small things, even a small thing, you can do it at home to prevent the disorders. For example, I would like to suggest one simple medication which is very effective as well as interesting to give for the child when the child is suffering from fever or cold. You all heard of Gorochana? Gorochana is part of integral medical system, or it's a part of integral therapeutic medicine in our ancient days. Whenever there is a childbirth occurs, immediately our grandmother or the for the generation, elder generation, they say Gorachanam. You get the Gorachanam. That means Gorachana is a bile of a cow, and it has got 120, more than 120, 130 benefits as a single medicine. See, why cow has been sacred? Because this has always that's the only, perhaps that's the only animal which is more concerned for the human developments. So with the Gorachana, you can just rub the Gorachana and give it. That gives an immunization, and you can even it is available in the name of Gorachana, the pill that can be given in market, that can be given for the fever. Apart from that, you have got Panikurka, that means you have got that Karpuravalli leaf and Tulsi leaf, one betel leaf, and some jeera and pepper. Just boil the water, reduce that, and then just give little by little. That itself acts as a wonderful immunization. Develop the immunity for the child with Ayurvedic medicine from the beginning. So automatically even first dose or second dose of medicine in Ayurveda will work for them. Once we start ending up by giving antibiotics for the child, it becomes difficult. We are developing a resistance for the child. Do give simple medications for the child in the beginning, unless and until you need to give actual antibiotics, so that the child gets immunized with the system. And let us make an healthy generation, and let us make a disease-free world. Thank you. Namaste.